Kayla Kate here again. I'm wearing my Iowa State Cyclone shirt today in honor of the number 7 Cyclones as the polls came out yesterday, so go State. But wanted to talk to you today about a question that I got recently from a plant manager who said, Michaela, I feel like why does it matter to train people and give all my time and effort and energy into training someone only to have them turn around and leave? You know, he kind of feels like he's been on this hamster wheel of training and engaging with people only to have them turn around and leave or go get another job or whatever it might be. And, you know, it poses a great question. And I know it's one that's been asked many times before of managers and leaders. And it can feel like, am I just wasting my effort, my time? We know time is a precious resource. Your energy is a precious resource. And to me, it's kind of a question within a question, because it's more about why are you training them? It's more about understanding what is the culture you're trying to invest in and engage and build among your team. I recently had an HR director I was working with and talking to, and they said they had a recent position open up and they had over 200 applications. And I said, well, that's a good problem to have. And, you know, she was a bit overwhelmed, obviously, to, you know, go through all these applications, but they've built such a culture among that community that people know it's a great place to work. And so when they have an opening, the applicants, you know, flood in, and all of a sudden their problems are good problems, because you have to sift through all these applications and find your best candidate. And to me, that's the culture you want to create. And so if you're having a consistent pattern of you train and people leave, well, the common denominator there is, of course, you. And so you want to turn around and evaluate. You may have a bad picker. You may be in a situation. I worked with a company who they kept having turnover. And we dialed it back to the one common denominator was the person hiring is just a bad picker, bad judge of character, honestly, bad sense of who's right for the position. And so step one is always, of course, evaluating yourself. Am I finding the right people? Do I have a good job of character, of competency? Am I finding the right person to train, invest, and develop? And then, of course, the next question is, if you're asking the question of, man, is it even worth it to train, to develop? To me, it's always a question of culture. Is this the culture that you want to create, to train, to develop, and empower? And if the answer is yes, then you dive in and you go in full-heartedly. And of course, you're going to have those 1 or 2 times where, sure, people might turn around and leave or grab that, you know, wisdom you gave them and go use it somewhere else. But again, it's always more about you than the person. And so if your values and your foundation and the culture that you're building is one of empowerment and development, then you stay the course and you evaluate the things that are maybe, if it's a consistent pattern, things are going wrong. And so, you know, to this person, I just said, hey, let's go back to what you want you and your team to be about. And at the end of the day, that's what you hold true. That's what you stick to. And even in 2020, when there's change, when there's chaos, when there's conflict, when you get down to it, you come back to your values, you come back to your foundation and the culture that you want to build your team around. So if the answer is training development, then yes, I say you stick the course and you invest and invest and invest, and to go from there. So keep your questions coming, and more to come.